Hello, everybody. Sunny, your engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about CRISPR Therapeutics. Why I believe CRISPR Therapeutics is so undervalued right now. Lots of price action, lots of things going on, and breaking news from the company. I want to talk about all of that in this video. Now, before we dive deep into today's video, you guys know what I will ask you. Destroy that like button, smash it. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. That's all I ask for you guys. Besides liking and subscribing and sharing our content and maybe leaving a feedback or two in the comment section. That's all I ask. We don't have any merch to sell, no books to sell, no courses, nothing. That's all I ask for you guys besides your attention. And also breaking news for this channel is we are officially monetized on YouTube, which means that all the ad revenue will now be able for me to be acquired, and that as I mentioned in the past in the last video as well, all that will be reinvested in CRISPR slash genomic companies. I'm going to share all the details with you guys. Really, the end goal there is to have you guys involved in that process, so that you know that as you watch these ads, as you click them, maybe you are obviously rewarded by the idea that all this ad revenue is basically invested back in those companies that you truly care and support. So thank you so much for support, guys. Let's keep the momentum going. We're over 200 episodes in this channel. This is a 201st, I believe, and there's so much things we have to cover. Technologies, genomics is growing. The community is amazing. So thank you so much once more, and let's get in today's video. So CRISPR Therapeutics today, huge drop in the recent weeks, specifically all CRISPR companies and all genomics companies, right? Biotech has been in this crazy bear market. It's the longest bear market ever in the public markets when it comes to the biotech sector, right? All these companies, NVT, DNA, CRISPR companies, Teladoc, all these companies have been hammered. Our G fund from ARK Invest has been hammered. I won't show it on this screen, but just know that this is a sector-wide issue. Other sectors like tech sectors today was down as well, but really overall, it's really been a nightmare as an investor in biotech in the recent months, specifically since January slash February of this year. And a lot of people expect this trend to continue in the upcoming weeks as a lot of investors, institutions are sort of garnering those tax losses. Again, another topic for another day. We won't dive into today's video on that one, but just know that this is what the trend is looking like. But again, guys, opportunities are always there, and that's exactly what happened for me today. I saw CRISPR Therapeutics, guys, it's trading under at $80. This is so low, guys. Like if you take a look at from its peak, this company has been down like well over 61, 62% from its all-time highs. It's just been going downhill. And again, this is what I often ask is, have the fundamentals changed of this company, right? And the answer is actually yes, they have changed, but for the better. Just think about what has happened since January 14 or 15 when they peaked earlier this year. They were able to progress with their CTX110. They were able to prove basically 10 to 11 additional months of safety and efficiency data, which is very crucial in this space. That's all we can rely on at this point, especially with CRISPR companies. And basically, we had other breaking news, right? For example, CRISPR Therapeutics here announced, if I go in the press release, they actually announced today CRISPR, Dr. Sam actually tweeted this. They announced that CRISPR Therapeutics announces FDA Regenerative Medicine Advanced Therapy (RMAT) designation granted for CTX110 for the treatment of relapsed CD19 plus B cell malignancies. So the company announced that the FDA in US, so this isn't specifically in US, they granted a designation for CTX001. It's wholly owned allogeneic CAR T cell therapy targeting CD19 plus B cell malignancies, so basically form of cancers. And basically what the CEO here said is that this designation is based on encouraging clinical data we have presented thus far. It is an important milestone that recognizes in the transformative potential of for CTX110 for the treatment of malignancies, said Dr. Sam. We look forward to working closely with the FDA as we continue our efforts to bring this new therapeutic modality to patients. So, guys, you can say whatever you want, right? Say whatever you want, but things have changed for the better for this company since it peaked earlier this year. In fact, they've gained designation. This is not the first one we're seeing. They've advanced their data, right, for both safety and efficiency for CTX001 and now for CTX110, as we can clearly see. They've advanced their programs. In fact, there was even um, a really nice from the interview that would happen a while ago, Dr. Sam mentioned in an interview. This is on Alpha. You can Alpha Reuters, I think. Um, and sorry, Seeking Alpha. I think we at this point in our labs we do the classical CRISPR-Cas9. We do base editing. We do other forms of editing. We will incorporate whatever improvement there may be or changes to how you use that technology, whether it's for gene disruption, gene addition, or gene regulation. So this company is willing to pivot to other technologies, whether that's a second gen CRISPR or even the third gen of CRISPR, which obviously is the prime editors, which is still in the early infancy here. But the point here is that Dr. Sam has mentioned that they do have some sort of base editing. They're aware of it. Obviously, they have some sort of involvement in their lab, but again, it is not officially in their pipeline nor their programs as they publicly released. But again, he recognizes, the CEO Dr. Sam recognizes that these quote unquote new toys, they have knowledge on it and they're definitely considering it. But at this point, they are laser focused on 001 and now on TCTX 110. I think this is amazing. I know a lot of people love it when companies try to tackle different angles because it provides different total addressable markets. But guys, if you can get your first CRISPR drug out there, CRISPR FDA approved, it doesn't even matter at this point. What matters is getting that CTX001 FDA approved, then that's CTX110, then you're looking at expanding commercially. Then think about all these big pharma companies. How many of them will contact Dr. Sam and his team to build partnerships? Would you really think Moderna, obviously I made some quite few remarks on it. Do you really think Moderna will stand on the sideline and see these companies pumping out partnerships with big pharma companies with as CRISPR gets FDA approved? Obviously not. It's not gonna happen. Obviously, we all know what's gonna happen. But again, this is gonna take some resiliency during these tough times in the markets. Have I mentioned the company has been down, it's been hit severely. These are 52 weeks lows, okay? This is very low, okay? I'm looking at $80. This is low, guys. This is if you drop a year ago in November, it was at 109. But again, step back 5 years. Look at this. 5 years ago, this company was barely worth $20 a share. You would still be up like 4 times your investment. Not financial advice, guys. You guys have to do your own research, build your own conviction, but don't. If the fundamentals have not changed for the worse, there should be no reason for you to pull out your investment unless you find other opportunities that you think you can garner m- additional multiples. But then at that point, you should have questioned why you got into this space, specifically this company to begin with, right? So, just my food for thought. CRISPR life-saving technology has massive potential. That was an article from Seeking Alpha. I haven't really gotten through it yet. I did, skimmed it, but it is a beautiful article here that gives you, a skimmed over what the company is doing, the progress, and obviously talks about the partnership with Vertex, their stock price, but specifically they talk about, CTX110, CTX120, CTX130, and obviously the ViaCyte partnership that's ongoing and the idea that Canada has approved treatment where the patient enrollment will commence by the end of 2021. The program is done in collaboration with ViaCyte. Don't forget, guys, Health Canada is the equivalent of FDA, what it is for US. Health Canada is for Canada. We all know how important it is for Canadians' healthcare. It is definitely free. I can guarantee you that it is free. I am Canadian. I can go to a doctor. I can get surgery anytime I need, anytime I want, without any sort of bill that will be attached to it. Obviously, there is some wait time. Obviously, efficiency sometimes is lacking, but it is free, and I'm grateful for that. But the idea that Health Canada is looking into expanding that using CRISPR Therapeutics and ViaCyte's technology to combine to sort of develop that and get designation, I think it's just amazing. I love it. I love it. I'm a big fan. So great things are coming for this company. Going back to CTX CRISPR Therapeutics here, I think It's just amazing. They had a projected revenue here. I found it really interesting. Maybe we want to talk about it briefly, but again, these numbers, you guys take it as a grain of salt. But look at this, the projected revenue in millions, right? Look at this. You can clearly see it increasing from exponentially, right? This is an exponential growth from what it can do next year all the way to all the way to 2026, where it's well over $2 billion, right? Well, so again, these numbers will fluctuate depending on FDA approval, right? And they mentioned that, of course, in their description here. So great things are coming for me in this channel, great guys, and great things are coming for us all for CRISPR Therapeutics and CRISPR. So great time to be around. Obviously, this is the bear market, and a lot of people are worried, but guys, just don't forget long term. You as an investor, you have to build your conviction, stick with your conviction, do your own research. And again, if you think CRISPR Therapeutics is not going to succeed, then what are you betting against, right? Are you betting against the idea that FDA will never approve CRISPR, and yet CTX110 has cured over 50 patients? What are you betting against? This is where the confusion comes out, and I think it's confusing a lot of retail investors, right? They're saying that, well, base editing and prime editing will be FDA approved over first gen of CRISPR, but that makes no sense because the first gen of CRISPR has cured many patients, including CTX001, which I just mentioned. So to me, at that point, it becomes like, what actually matters? Who is this for? This is for the patients, this is for communities, this is for cities, this is for regions. That's why the FDA gave it to CTX110. That's why Health Canada gave it to Viaside and CRISPR Therapeutics. That's why the EMEA gave it to uh, CRISPR Therapeutics earlier this year. Lots of great things coming for this company. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully, you guys appreciate this video. I just wanted to maybe make a video really quickly on CRISPR Therapeutics, how the markets are reacting, what are my thoughts. I obviously went on to buy more CRISPR Therapeutics. That's how I will end this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, smash it, leave it in the comments below if you have any input, subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for the support, guys. Let's keep the momentum going. Have a beautiful Monday and a week.